Love.
Gets it out of the system here. A gift to his teammate to start it off. We've seen better starts. What a bad recovery, and it doesn't come back. Missed by much there in the end. We could have very easily imagined that ball landing at baseline. Chop block. RPB chop block. Wow. That one looked like it climbed the net and climbed down the back of it.
Yeah, stuck to it. Incredible. You can still appreciate the quality on a receive like that, despite the look. Took it so early. Perfect.
Good free hand catch there, but it's Anton right at the baseline to put the pressure on.
Second time he's played a fade on the third ball into the middle of the table. Fanning across the back to disguise an outside spin.
Two, three. Three all.
Tough to say what a match like this could come down to with them both being so familiar with each other. No one apart from Timo Boll has a hard represented Düsseldorf longer than Anton Kallgerg. Timo Boll retiring this season. Dima not here, of course, as well, the former world #1.
I think the German men's squad is at just such an interesting point right now. With Benedikt Duda having broken into the top 10, Patrick Franziska having done the same recently. We've got 3 players that have been inside the top 10.
4 all.
One of whom right now, Dong Cho, currently world #9. I mean, this is a strong squad.
Yeah.
It's a good sign that for a while it was Timo and Dima, and it felt like a big gap. But this is how table tennis works. This is how life works. I mean, when you look back to Sweden, Matthias, Christian, they were the leaders of their generation. Christian in wonderful form right now, but Anton and Truls would end up carrying the team at this point in time.
4, 6.
Again, really a big revival, I would say, from Christian Carlsen. World rankings, you can see a lot of players right now that have been inside the top 10 that are not even in the top 100, and it's just a question of a handful of years. There is a rivalry in the stadium, by the way. I won't turn attention from here too much because I think this is the most interesting matchup, but I will say that most Chinese fans reasonably consider Team Japan the greatest threat to Team China.
Let 4-7.
So a 3-point lead here from Dong Cho. I'm going to look up their head-to-head. I don't know if you already have.
Haven't, but we'll definitely take a look at that.
7-5.
Wouldn't be surprised if Dong Cho is just ahead on it, though. If my memory serves me well.
7-5.
I don't think they've ever played at an event like a Mixed Team World Cup, World Championships or World Cup, though.
8-5.
Maybe they played each other once or twice at contender level. We'll see.
It is amazing how so many players that have been, let's say, inside the top 15 in the world have never faced in WTT before.
Yeah.
6-8.
2 points, not a lot separating these two as Anton on the chase has the serves. Oh, what an angle here. The soft hands, and it's Anton to open with the fire, and it's Dong Cho with the quick reaction on top of the table.
Kallgerg comes in and then is punished for something that he didn't even do wrong. Where is the justice in that, Dong Cho?
Such a delicate grip, and now a 3-point lead. Short side of the table, behind the back, not needed.
9-7.
It's a very, very difficult shot to go for with such power down the line. Maybe a little bit over-optimistic there, Dang Cho. Just a touch too wild.
Good quality spin here, not a kill shot, but a secure shot. Bit of an arc on it. Just something to change it up and keep pressure on.
Eight, 10.
So 2 game points here for Dang Cho. Now you gave a cautious response. I will say that in their head-to-head, Anton has won 2 encounters against Dang Cho.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to tell you. No, Dang Cho's won the other 7.
Oh, wow. Okay.
2 game points for Dang Cho here. Wow, what a save. Dang Cho with a break off the net, and it comes down deep. Anton keeps his cool under pressure to save 1 game point.
Stunning power from Kallgerg. I think the transition between his backhand and forehand is the area that Dang has been trying to target.
Second game point, Dang Cho.
Yes.
Long push does it right to the baseline here. You like that?
That's a great receive, isn't it?
Close in game number 1, but no cigar. Good angle.
Love, 1.
Anton goes wide out to the forehand, and Dang Cho has such wonderful court awareness that he plays it right back on the short side for the win. Takes a lot here, the activity. I feel like that side angle shot really gave us a sense of how quickly the ball was coming back and how active Anton's play was.
Uncontainable. Both these players hits rockets.
Did you say Anton tainable?
No, but you can use that for future.
1.
If I make sense of it, I eventually will. Dang Cho here leading 2-1. Takes this game, extends the lead, takes the match. His recovery, I don't think of Dang Cho as a behind-the-table player. I think of him as a guy who's really fast near the table. But even when he's behind, he seems to take away so much time from the opponent by playing out in front with short strokes. Fooled behind the back. You saw one earlier. Was it Ivor Ban?
Ivor Ban in the mixed doubles with Arapovic.
Well, a wrap around here, but it doesn't come back.
One.
The first towel break. This is a scoreline that we saw in the last game of the women's singles that would quickly become incredibly nail-biting and suspenseful.
5-1.
Good deep push of his own here, Anton. In terms of the surprise factor, I feel like if you can get it close to the elbow, you also shut down racket speed.
Absolutely, you need the elbow as the anchor, as the leverage point of your shot.
5.
Especially on the backhand. With the forehand too, especially if you're trying to abbreviate the stroke, take it early in front of you.
Big point to save the timeout, in my opinion. Dang Cho shuts down a bit of a comeback after 2 straight points from Anton. Not an easy place to play the ball, but he does almost everything right with the body there to set himself up for a good chance. Nice counter out in front.
6-4.
Kallgerg on the balls of his feet there, playing active even in the response game.
It's interesting, the serves that he's playing here into the Dang Cho backhand side. A little bit slower, half long. And Dang Cho is so good at the backhand counter over the table, but you don't think of him always as opening strong or driving with the backhand against a push. It's nicer there. Beautiful contact.
So it was starting to feel like a comeback that could have quickly gone the way of Anton. Dong Cho has taken control, grabbed the reins here, and at the second towel break is up by 4.
4-8.
Dong Cho's a very physically fit guy. Broad shoulders, strong everywhere. But the thing that impresses me
5-8.
most is some of these shots where it looks like they're just so effortless and delicate, where he just sort of reaches across and still gives a little snap of the wrist and is able to generate so much speed on the counter. This was not one of those. A back
9-5.
tuck with a bit of net. This was him initiating, getting a little bit of fortune and extending his lead back to 4. Perfect shot into the left armpit.
9-6.
Classic tactic. Armpit shot. But a good setup nonetheless to leave him just under the table, having to get around that corner and trying to make a shot where the corner of the table can be quite a deterrent. But not twice.
6-10.
Tries to hug the ball and send it wide. 2 game and match points for Dong Cho to take a 2-0 lead in this 3-game battle. Wasn't guaranteed that from the start of this team matchup. Oh, killer shot.
7-10.
Anton used to have the serve where he would pull back like a rainbow. Coach told him, hey, invent your own serve. So he did, and then he sort of abandoned it. This was the closest I've seen in some time. The forehand flick as well.
10,
it's the start
8.
of the delivery. It's just a different way that he pulls back.
Tom Davis does it to an extent now. The English national champion. Yeah, those ones there, like the shovel action. Just without that wind back whirlwind form motion.
And a timeout now on Dong Cho's side.
Germany.
For 2 game points saved. Looking for parallels here. It's one of his signatures. But the parallel taken from Anton,
10,
at least close,
9.
as he plays the short line and saves a 3rd game point. The push game, the pen-hold grip is good inside the table. Good for flicks as well. Anton doing a wonderful job to earn himself the opportunity here. Second serve, 4th game point. And he takes care of business.
7-9.
Heavier underspin, short to the
Game 2
forehand.
to
Dong
Germany.
Cho takes the game. Back for game number 3. Dong Cho in control ever so narrowly in terms of every game he's played in this match. Almost recovers this one. A tough break there off the net for him, but a much needed one for Anton to start the game. Anything you'd like to see from Anton's side that you think might warrant winning this game?
Ooh, brilliant block there from
1-0.
Dong Cho. Bit of fortune, but I think that if Anton can maybe adjust his service position slightly to serve from the middle or forehand of the table with the shovel serve, he'll have extra time for the 3rd ball, make it tougher for Dong Cho to create an angle. But you know,
1.
I don't know. He doesn't normally do that.
We'll see what is required. Sometimes just sticking with the plan and focusing a bit, adding a bit more spin here and there. And in some cases taking some off, especially on serve, but you never know. I think Jung Yi-jing was incredible in the mixed doubles in terms of playing soft shots, breaking rhythm, or slowing down the pace of play. Easier said than done against Dong Cho, though. A little bit slower here,
2,
more side
3.
spin on it as he gets a Chiquita in a banana flick. Right back down the line. This is the
3-4.
parallel on top of the table. It's a pattern we've seen already a few times in this game. A pattern setting up on the other side that Anton is going to have to change his plans.
3-0.
And this time he invests in a
4-3.
second backhand in a row to keep himself centered and not leave himself exposed on the wide forehand.
Topspin on the serve. Dang Cho just about able to trap some of the topspin on there. Felt like a ball where Anton Kallgerg, by his standards, should put away. Bit of a let off for Dang Cho.
Soft hands and a side swiping attempt there. They will switch sides of the table as this is the final game in this match. I love that when players get airborne and hit a little bit of side spin under the ball on their flick. It's a very delicate shot. So just a reminder of who's who and where they're standing now.
6-4.
Can hear Sweden firmly behind Anton, looking to pass the baton. To keep some momentum and hopes alive. I don't know what on earth just happened. Something to go back and watch later, the end of the Tomokazu Lamsu Hong match.
7-4.
I know what's happening. They're literally booing Tomokazu.
They're booing him and he's riling them up.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay. You'll have a chance to see that later on, most likely, if Japan comes out as one of the top 4 teams.
5-7.
But for now, with Germany and Sweden, it is a serious fight. I don't think in over a decade of calling the sport,
5-7.
I've ever witnessed someone who was such a rival that they got booed in China.
6-7.
It was Sweden, it was Truls who said, you know, stepping up against Alexi as we have a timeout now on the Swedish side. I know I'm going to be the villain here.
Sweden.
That's a role I have to take. Should be interesting.
So these two will meet again.
Oh, free hand.
7-4.
Right out of the timeout. A sweet shot and a sweet spot from Dang Cho. 3 in a row for Dang Cho. Remember, Dang Cho has won their last 3 encounters, 5 of their last 6 encounters. And has already won this encounter, but is looking for a bagel here. Bit of extra spin.
8-7.
Anton very physically fit. Again, standing next to Christian Carlsen, who's got a stocky frame. He's a big guy. It's easy not to notice, but Anton is tall, he's fast, and he's strong. Getting extra racket speed on that to generate the spin.
7-9.
For the most part in this game, Anton Kallgerg has touched until he's been given an opportunity to attack, but there goes against the grain. Guide flick out. Well played out of the timeout.
I like the idea, but you can feel how uncomfortable Dang Cho makes it. If you were to just scribble with a colored marker all over Dang Cho's side of the table, places you could have received that ball, there were very few that felt like they would have put pressure on Dang Cho. That's why Anton went for the long backhand. And the parallel.
9-0.
We've seen just come and go. Tug of war in this. What was the biggest lead you remember for Anton in this game?
He was like, what, 4 or 5 points up?
9-0.
Feels something like that. 9-9 now. The last 2 serve combination in the match is Anton's. Quick counter pays off.
10.
This is Dang Cho's game. Those short stroke shots where the racket is already high. Keep your eyes on the height of Anton's racket. Barely drops it at all there. Keeps it nice and neutral and then just guides forward to earn himself game point. What a flick it is. Dang Cho sends it to deuce in game 3.
Comes in, what am I going to do? There you are. That is so clever. crafty.
Very smooth and effortless appearing too. It's very casual, I guess, if we were looking for the alliteration theme. Here we go, alternating serves.
Fanning backhand.
And he was back in position. Dong Cho worked his way all the way back with a few big backhands behind the table.
Unbelievable feeling. These RPBs were just heavenly. Comes back in, but Kjellberg wasn't intimidated.
Wow, slightly more passive on that one. Dong Cho says, oh, after everything, the confidence that got me back into the table, the irony, game point. Anton. Oh, the feeling.
11
There was
ball.
so much side spin on this ball. And Dong Cho just guides it up, knows exactly what to do, and a little bit of fortune as it clips the edge.
Fanning backhand with the net, and he just puts the racket on there. Stays so loose with the grip, lets the spin do its thing. Oh, man.
The spin did its thing, the edge did its thing, Anton did his thing, and it's 11-all. And another game point
12-11.
for Kjellberg. Felipe Beria. There was a moment where it just felt like she wanted to give positive energy in any way she could, in addition to clapping. Turned quickly, and even the reach was not enough to get behind this and play it back. Dong Cho clever, a little bit of anticipation for patterns. That Chiquita, to go parallel with that Chiquita, not easy.
And it allows him, that shot selection, that decision to play the Chiquita,
12-all.
to bide a little bit of time to see what Anton's going to do there. So clever.
It's too good.
12-13.
Down the line once again. When I think Dong Cho, this shot right here, it's just the shot that comes to mind. On top of the table, fast down the line, RPB, and now he's got bagel point for a 3-0 victory. Not so fast. Anton's still here. The fight continues between the teammates.
Every single game's been neck and neck.
The narrowest margins, 2 points, 11-9, 11-9, and here we are at 13-all. And the grunts, the most
14,
vocal I've heard
13.
Anton Kjellberg in a rally. Sometimes you start the rhythm and you just keep up the pattern, but here it's a parallel backhand to set up another game point.
As soon as Dong Cho was getting caught in the middle, tried to slow down the pace, and Anton took full advantage.
Serve to do it one more time. Serves nerves. Unbelievable points.
14-all.
Did we just get a chop and a rip from the backhand?
No way.
Zoltan Batorfi's blushing. Patrick Franziska's blushing. The only person right now who doesn't look surprised is Dong Cho. Full extension.
That must be the best backhand we've seen all event, surely. Against Anton's most powerful smash.
Wow. When it looked like he might have been down and out, he saves game point. And another
15-14.
We've had quite some points today between, what was it, Hutsar and Lin Shadong. But this one you had a chance to witness live while it happened. And now it's game point once again for Anton.
No.
Feeling sky lobs, and it comes down deep.
15
The creativity that we've seen, the variety. I had no idea. We were all waiting for this match. But I don't think anyone had any idea that we would get the quality of point that we've seen in the last handful of points.
Yeah, I expected everything to be short, sharp, over the table. We've seen players back in no man's land play full throttle. So much variety.
Anytime someone hits a shot that looks like a clear winner, it somehow comes back and with style. And now
15,
bagel point
16.
once again, Dong Cho. Fine balance here, and a bit of frustration. That's almost the most frustration you'll see out of Anton. Dong Cho in a good position here that he hasn't been in a few points. And just enough quality on it to shut down what has often been a down-the-line parallel backhand from Dong Cho.
Is that a seatbelt shot there?
Sure was. Not easy. I feel like the placement from Dong Cho that deep to the backhand, it looked like a ball that might have come off the side of the table. But a bit of length on him, some wingspan. Anton gets a wide step to cover.
16, 17.
Bagel point once again for Dong Cho. And there it is. Dong Cho takes it 18 to 16 in the third.